All right. Hello and good evening. Happy Friday. Um I know it's Friday, so I know a lot of people are moving. It's a lot happening this Friday. We have some amazing things happening in the city. We have some amazing things happening in our church. So I will not be on here long. Thank God for a replay, right? But if you are here, I would love for you to speak and let me know that you're here. I would love to say hello to you. Tonight I am going to hit on routine, the unsung hero of healing, lessons from a hospital stay. So I want to knock this out really quick. I would love for you to like, share, tag. Hello, Christopher. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. Please like, share, tag. I would greatly appreciate it. I will not take much of your time. I just want to share with you another lesson that I got from my recent hospital stay. And I'm going to talk about routine, the unsung hero of healing. That is not going to take long at all. I want you to get back to your Friday. But I also think that this will bless you. Routine is takes discipline. Routine takes discipline, and it's not easy. I don't care what anybody says. Routine is not always easy. However, it's very helpful. Routine is extremely helpful. Routine will actually save your life. And so, if you can go ahead, come in, like, share, tag, I'm going to go ahead and jump in like the next 60 seconds because, again, thank goodness for a replay. So, if you are watching this on the replay, I would love for you to share this and tag somebody because I think this is going to bless somebody. So, let's do another 30 seconds here. Another 30 seconds here. And then we'll go ahead and get started. Again, happy Friday. These are lessons from a hospital stay. And I'm talking about routine. Routine, the unsung hero of healing. If you are watching this my apologies. I was trying to make sure that I was streaming in the appropriate places. All right. All right. So if you're here, please let me know that you're here. Please speak. Say hi. Like, share, tag. Thank you for sharing, Christopher. I greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in it because I am tired. Your girl is tired. All right. My body is tired. I'm sleepy and I'm ready to go to bed. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this out. So lessons from a hospital stay. So I was discharged from the hospital not even a week ago. Not even a week ago. I stayed 3 days. And while I was in the hospital, there were some lessons that I picked up while I was there. One of those lessons is routine. Okay. So while I was in the hospital, there were people that when I tell you they were on it like clockwork, I could tell you, I could set the time by, by when these people was coming in my room, drawing blood, asking me questions, doing vitals. They were on a routine. Okay. So the nurses, they were on 12-hour shifts, right? And so I usually have one nurse from 7 to 7, and then I get a different nurse, morning, morning or day, and then I get a different nurse at night, right? And so no matter the shift, no matter the nurse, it was the same routine. Now that's good. Okay, I'm glad that's recorded. So no matter the nurse, no matter the shift, it was the same routine. They were coming in checking vitals, they were drawing blood, and they were asking me questions. Okay. And so the reason why I said routine is the unsung hero of healing is because what if they did not routinely come in and check my blood? What if they did not routinely, right, come in and do vitals? I could have went into now I already went into the hospital because of a medical emergency and a medical crisis, right? So imagine if they didn't routinely check things to make sure that the medications that they were giving me were working. If they didn't come in and check my vitals, my blood pressure, things of that nature, you wouldn't. Man, this is so good. They wouldn't have been able to pinpoint if something else was happening, or if something else was coming up, or if I was going into another crisis. If things were not, man, this is so good. God, you were so good. Thank you, Holy Ghost. if they weren't routinely checking me, hey, Victory, I'm so happy to see you. So I'm talking about routine, the unsung hero of healing. And I'm talking about how the doctors were in and out. I had one doctor, one, staff, 7 to 7, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then I had another staff, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So I had two different staff, two different nurses. However, they all kept the same routine. And what I was saying, Victory, and I would love for y'all to let me know if this is resonating with you. But if they didn't keep the routine, they wouldn't have been able to catch if I was going into another emergency. They wouldn't have been able to let me know whether or not I was improving. Oh, this is so good. Oh my God, I'm so glad this has been recorded. Okay. They wouldn't have been able to let me know whether or not I was progressing, whether or not I was getting to a place where I can be discharged and take care of my or have care at home, right? If they did not routinely check these things, then there wouldn't have been a monitor, or it wouldn't have been it wouldn't have been a measure of progress. Or a measure of success. So routine provided a measure of success. Routine provided clarity. Routine provided information and input and insight to let me know what my condition was what my condition was. Um wow. Wow. See, you get it, Victory. You get it. And so for those that may not, necessarily have a child or anything like that, even when you talk about like having your business or something like that, you need a routine. A routine of checking, I don't know, doing checks and balances of your business. A routine, I'm preaching to myself. A routine of, whether or not you brought in more money, than last year, doing an evaluation, an assessment on how you're doing this year in comparison to last year. So routine is important. So here's some of the notes that I wrote down. So routine allows you to identify the culprits, right? So again, I told you that I had nurses in and out, but they were all on the same routine. If something was off in my blood work, right, then they would have been able to identify what the culprit was quickly because we were doing the same thing in the same regimen every day. And so it would have been very easy to say, well, we gave you this on this day. This was something new that we introduced. And so evidently it must be this that's messing with this, right? And so routine allows you to identify what the culprit is. If something's not right, if you've been doing, if you have been doing a routine check, if you have been praying regularly, right? If you have a routine set up at 5 o'clock in the morning, this is when you pray. When you don't pray at 5 o'clock in the morning, you can tell when your day is off, and you can identify, you know what? It's probably because I didn't pray today. And so that's what routine does. Yes, 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 Victory. And today, I'll be completely honest. Today, I was a little off. I was a little off my routine. Uh, Things were up and down today. My body just, it's just, it was. I think it was just letting me know that, hey, you jumped out of the routine a little bit, and I need you to get back on it. And it wasn't necessarily that I did, anything bad or ate anything bad or anything like that. It's just that I didn't follow the schedule that I normally would. And so my body definitely responded to that, and I know better now. I will not be doing that again. I know better now. I have to stay on schedule, and I have to stay on routine in order for my body to heal appropriately. All right? So routine provides expectation. So if I wake up every morning and I sit down at my desk and I pray, or work on my business plan, or whatever the case may be. Thank you so much for tagging, Victory. I greatly appreciate it. Then what happens is that it sets a level of expectation for my day, and it sets an expectation for you. Excuse me. Because you know that if you routinely work out, you can expect weight loss. If you routinely eat well, you can expect for your things to regulate. If you routinely do certain things, then you can have an expectation. If you routinely pray, you can expect for things to be shown to you and for you to feel things and have an increased discernment on things of that nature. Routine provides expectation. When those doctors and those nurses were coming in and out of my room, I had an expectation that I was going to get a report. I had an expectation that I was going to get an update on my health, and I had an expectation on how or what was shifting and changing with my health, right? So I had a certain expectation when I saw these people walk in the room. And so the same thing works for routine. You should expect for something to come out of being intentional and being very, very what's the word? Having a routine. And it may feel like the Truman Show. I don't know if you've ever seen the Truman Show, but the Truman Show, he basically does the same thing every day, right? And so he seems to get bored of it or whatever. Thank you so much, Victory. I thank you. I love you. Um, and so it seems like it's boring. It seems like it's the same old, but if you have virtual backgrounds, you can get a mention like mine. But anyway, so so yeah, and I'm wrapping up because I'm about to go because I'm tired. But yeah, so routine provides expectation. Okay, there's safety in routine, and this is my last thing, and then I'm heading out. So there's safety in routine. Think about it. If you, I don't know, let's just say if you got good neighbors, and good neighbors know that you come home every day at 6 o'clock, right? There's a catch-22 because that could be, good and bad. Routine can be good and bad because somebody could be watching, whatever. But the positive part is if they know that you come every day at 6, right? He has all the jokes, girl. All the jokes. He's my frat brother, by the way. Let me just specify who this is. He's my frat brother, and he's crazy. And so there's that. So, so I'm a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. He's a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and we are constitutionally bound as brothers and sisters. And so, he's one of the special ones. It's okay. It's okay. I just let him have his space. So anyway, so yeah, and so if they know you're coming home every day at 6, if you don't come home at 6, then there's some concern. It's like, wait a minute, they're always here at 6. It's just like when you report to work, you will report to work every day. If you don't call out, you report to work every day. If you do not report to work and you don't call, and that's your routine, then somebody's gonna know something's off, right? And so that's how you know things are off, is when things break out of routine. And so I just want to encourage you to develop a routine, whether it be for your health, whether it be for your business, whether it be for your podcast tray, whatever the case may be intentional and be routine, and have some expectations of yourself when it comes to that. Every morning since I got out of the hospital, I have developed a routine of um of sitting down at my desk, going over some numbers as far as my health is concerned, making sure I'm trending in the right way, right? And so I do that every single morning. If I don't do that every morning, it may develop a sense of anxiety for me. It may develop a sense of it may develop, a sense of worry a little bit. So yeah, so I need you to develop a routine for yourself. Um as far as my therapy business is concerned, because I'm a licensed therapist in Virginia and Atlanta, or in Georgia, shall I say. I have a very strategic goal to be licensed in every state, and I'm on my way to that goal. However, I have to sit down like on a weekly basis, go over how many clients I have. Am I seeing an increase in clients? Am I seeing a decrease in clients? Am I seeing what kind of clients, am I seeing what kind of diagnosis am I seeing? So I'm assessing my therapeutic practice so that I can make sure that I'm growing it appropriately. Um, so yeah, so develop a routine, develop a set time, a set day that you do whatever. And I am just so proud to say that it was getting off routine that actually it was getting off routine, I think, that set me into this motion of this medical emergency. And actually this morning it was interesting. I had to apologize not just to God, but I had to apologize to myself for mistreating my body. I was stressed. I've been stressed the last 3 months, and you'll never be able to tell it with me, right? I just cope with it the best way I can. And so my eating has gotten, had gotten out of control. And when I say out of control, I mean like there was no timing. There was no, sometimes I didn't eat, which isn't good either. And so I broke routine. And because I broke routine, I had to apologize because I'm like, yo, body, I did you wrong. We were trending in the right direction, and I messed up, you know? And so I want you all to work on develop a routine. Okay. So that's it as far as routine and how it literally is the unsung hero of healing. Because once you develop a routine and you're on point and you're following that routine, you will begin to see results and you'll begin to see progress. And it's associated with healing. If you have positive routines, then it definitely makes a difference. It makes a difference. So before I go, I also wanted to let you all know this is something that I haven't really talked about. I need to do better at talking about this, but I am hosting a conference in October 25th, and it's called Worth the Wait. Worth the Wait. This will be my 4th year, I believe, hosting the Sister Hype Squad experience. I'm thrilled. I'm excited about it. I just wanted to share the video from last year, just so you can kind of get a sneak peek of what this year is going to offer, if not probably more. God has really, and it's crazy because it's like 5 months out, but God has really been dealing with me on how this year is probably going to look a little different. And so I am excited about it. And when I tell you, and there's the link for your tickets, if you need to get tickets, but let me tell you this. There hasn't been a theme that the Lord has given me that has not challenged me first. So this year, so the first year was I just did the Sister Hype Squad experience. The second year was I am. That was the theme. And my God, did life challenge me in that area as far as identity, spiritual identity. And just finding my voice and finding, where do I fit in, spiritually, because there were a lot of changes in my life. And then this last year was Roar. That was the theme. And then which is what I'm going to play the video from. Yeah, it'll be here tomorrow, girl. It'll be here tomorrow. And thank you. I'm looking forward to having you there. I really am. So yeah, so it's been amazing. God has really blessed me with this beautiful gift. So this year is called, again, Worth the Wait, and I get it. I get it. It's WEI. Oh Lord, I can't count. I can't spell. Yeah, I need to go. WEIGHT. Worth the wait. It's worth the wait of what I've experienced this year. Being there with you, in front of you, sharing with you with speakers, and us breaking bread over a good meal, and all of that. I'm telling you that whatever it is you've gone through this year is worth it. Trust me. The end result is going to be phenomenal. I'm losing my words because I'm tired. So I'm going to play this video, and then I hope you get your ticket. All right. Can y'all hear me okay? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, yes, I'm back. Uh, so yeah. So I hope you all can make it to this year. Okay, great. Okay, I'm glad that you all can hear it. All right. So I hope that like, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. God moved. It was great. Um this was 2 years ago. That's crazy that I can say that it was like 2 years ago. I don't know if you can see. There we go. That's just one picture from it like 2 years ago. Yeah. God is faithful. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I'll start marketing it more. But anyway. So all right. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful night. I pray that it's blessed. Please let me know. Inbox me if you're watching on a replay. Leave a comment. Let me know that this spoke to you. So you all have a wonderful and great day and take care. Bye bye.